Welcome back to the Disney Movie Review. Yeah, it's been a long time, but you know what? We got amazing stuff to talk about this week, like Pirates of the Caribbean. So Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, has already gone past $500 million globally. It has pushed Disney past $3 billion at the global box office. But the really cool thing about this is that this is the third biggest opening in China for a Disney movie. The only thing that is bigger than this is Avengers Age of Ultron and Captain America Civil War. That means Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales is even bigger than Star Wars in China. That's crazy. In fact, Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the few Disney films that is slated to make more in China than it does in the US. And the way it's shaking out right now, it actually will make a lot more in China than it does in the US. And that means despite what critics say, despite getting a horrible rating on Rotten Tomatoes, despite what you and your friend may think about the movies and the series and everything like that, we are going to get another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Disney distribution chief Dave Hollis said, "This is a trend we've seen play out. We're setting out to make a film that resonates as a global film," he said, adding that audiences are, quote, "still there in the US as well." So what does this all mean with Disney setting out to make a global film? Well, that means that you and I are no longer the primary audience for things like Pirates of the Caribbean. Disney invested $5 billion in Shanghai Disneyland, and they have a full pirate land full of pirate things and full of meeting Captain Jack Sparrow and full of a Pirates of the Caribbean equivalent ride. And I say that in quotes because if you've seen it, this thing is amazing. It blows past anything we have here in Disney World or in Disneyland. But you know what else Shanghai Disneyland has? A Tron ride. The Tron Light Cycle Power Run is one of the coolest roller coasters I have not been able to ride yet. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this one has a large wait time and people are very excited to go on this coaster. Now here's the thing. If this coaster is getting people in China excited about Tron, and Pirates of the Caribbean is a movie that Disney has made that did okay in the US but is really catching on in China, what's to stop them from developing a Tron 3 that is specifically aimed at China? The answer is absolutely nothing. In fact, according to The Hollywood Reporter, Disney is now in the early stages of replanning out that Tron 3. Of course, Tron 3 was on Disney's slate a while ago, but a little movie called Tomorrowland came out and kind of ruined that. Now, despite what you may say, I still really enjoyed Tomorrowland, but the thing is, if Tomorrowland would have done better in China, maybe we never would have gotten Tron 3 canceled, because we're in the same situation here with Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates made $62 million in its opening weekend here, and it made $67 million in its opening weekend in China. Again, the third biggest opening for Disney in China. So what does that say? I think Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales gave Disney a template for how to make a movie that can do okay in the US but really take off in China. Together, if you combine the figures that Disney got for Pirates of the Caribbean on opening weekend in the US and in China, it had a $130 million weekend opening on a $230 million budget. Now that is a movie that is going to get a sequel, especially because it's already past $500 million. This could be another billion-dollar film in the making simply by the international audience, and that's what Pirates really has become. Look, you don't invest $5 billion in a land to say you get one more movie and that's it. Just like we're going to have more Pirates of the Caribbean films, it stands to reason that Disney is investing in Tron in China because we're going to have more Tron films. Look at what Pandora is doing. They've invested billions of dollars in Pandora, and we have lots more of those movies to come. So it's a really good sign that Disney is not only opening its doors and saying, yes, we are considering the early stages of a Tron 3, also that we have Tron in Shanghai Disneyland, but also the best sign of all is that Pirates of the Caribbean, a film that did not do very well in the US and did not get a lot of critical reception in the US, has taken off in China, because that means that Disney can make a movie that is not only for the US audience, but is also for China. And then, friends, we get another Tron out of that. How great is that? So I want to know what you think. Do you think that Disney could possibly have another Tron just based off of what they're seeing from Pirates of the Caribbean? Or do you think that, hey, it's all washed up, Disney may be in early stages of planning, but they're never really going to do anything else with Tron? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the podcast, thedisneymoviereview.com, and we'll see you there on Monday.